Okay. Hey guys, it's the Disco Spider and Death Note. As you can see, as you could probably not hear, I just finished watching it just now. The credits are still rolling. I don't have Netflix, so I watched it online, and yeah, Death Note. I was dreading this day to come just because I am a huge fan of Death Note. No, before I get to my initial thoughts on the film, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the original Death Note. I'm just gonna sit down. Here you go. But I was not excited to see this movie. The first trailer that dropped, it didn't look that good. It looked like your typical Americanized anime, thing, just like Ghost in the Shell or Dragon Ball Evolution. Granted, it didn't look as bad as those because, sure, it's pretty much the exact same story except they Americanized it, which is cool. It's not just Light Yagami in American setting. No, it's just some different person that happens to be Light, that happens to have some sort of similar, story as the Asian guy. So yeah, but it didn't look that good, and they released this minute clip of part of the movie where it's just Light and Ryuk talking. Like, he first gets introduced by the Death Note, and I thought that scene was great. I was like, okay, if the movie turns out to be just like this scene, this movie's gonna be great. But then I saw like the second trailer, and it looked terrible. And I finally saw it. And before I get into my thoughts on it, I guess I should say my thoughts on the original 2006 anime. I'm not a fan of anime. I don't watch that many. This is like one of the only animes that I've seen. But when I first got Netflix, way back when, I heard about Death Note, and then I saw it on Netflix. I'm like, it's only 37 episodes. I guess I'll check it out. And I was a major fan of it when I first saw all the episodes. And yeah, I guess my one big gripe with the original anime is that the last 12 episodes suck. For anyone who's seen the original anime, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the original anime, then why are you checking out this video about the remake? If you probably don't even care. But spoiler alert for the anime, L dies, and L is my favorite character in this entire series. And after L dies is like the end of it. I recently rewatched Death Note like before watching this the movie, but I went all the way to episode 25. That's where L dies, and then when he dies, I'm like, it's done. That's the end of the series to me, because he just gets replaced by some similar guy, and it just becomes too convoluted. I just did not care. So yeah, but I really love the anime. I love how it's like good versus evil, except you don't know who is good, who is evil. Are you supposed to root for Light? Are you supposed to root for L? I don't know. And I like the theme of, is murdering a murderer still a murder? Does that make you good for, yeah, sure, you killed someone, that's bad, but the person that you killed was potentially going to kill, like tens more people, so really you are saving people, but you still killed someone. So it's like this gray area if it's good or bad, and I liked how this anime, like, plays with that, except it doesn't give a definitive answer to it. It's not like, oh, this is good or this is bad. It's kind of, you have to think about it, and there's like this one line in the anime that kind of sums it all up, but I forget it. By the way, this is all off the cuff, so I'm gonna be rambling because I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm not that great at speaking, as you can tell by these vlog style videos. And this is no means a review. This is just, off the cuff. I just watched the movie, and now I'm just gonna ramble about it. Maybe down the road my opinions might change, but probably not. So let's get into the actual movie. I took a little bit of notes here, not as much as I thought I would, but I did take some notes on my iPad. So yeah, I guess I should talk about, if this movie was its own thing, if the anime, the manga, the other movies didn't exist. It was just this one contained story. It's okay, I guess. Anyone who hasn't seen the original Death Note can probably get into this. It's like this really bizarre, creepy thing that, is... I really don't know what people would think if they've never seen Death Note and watched this film. But I can see people liking this film if they've never seen Death Note. If you haven't seen Death Note, I definitely recommend it. It's a lot better than this movie. But besides that, I really don't know. My initial thoughts, it sucks. This movie is bad. For someone who loves the anime, it completely, not really disgraces it, but, like the main character, Light Turner, completely different, and not even in the good completely different words, like, okay, I can see where they're coming from. Like, all the things that I love about Light is gone. Like, I love how he's very calm, and, when he's in this tight spot with L, when he's, like, face-to-face with him, and he kind of, like, L gets him, like, checkmate, bitch. Light, sure, he's, like, in his mind, he's like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? But he's very calm, and he knows what he's gonna do. He thinks before he reacts. This L doesn't do that. There's scenes where he's just kind of just tells L that he's, Kira. Not like really says it, but he there are scenes where, he's kind of like questioning, like, is this really good? Is Kira great? Or like these things that only Kira would know. Like, he says specific things. And then in one scene he actually kind of admits it when, spoiler alert. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie, this is going to be spoilers. I don't know, I'm going to spoil the heck out of this movie. But who cares? This movie sucks. But L has a gun, and he's about to shoot him, and then he kind of admits, like, he says something about, was that chemistry book? And that kind of shows you that he's L, or he's Kira, but, he doesn't have enough, information, enough evidence to arrest him. But yeah, Light sucks in this movie. Like, the person who plays him, Nat Wolff, he does a fine job. It's not his fault that this character is totally dumb. But we'll get to the ending, like, when we find out that he's not dumb, but I'll get to that later. He does a good job, but, like I said, this character's dumb. Okay, the ending for this movie, we find out that Light's not dumb. He actually planned everything out. He planned Mia dying. He planned him falling into the river, or whatever, falling into water. Then his page burning. He gets people to kill other people, and then give him the book, and then kill themselves. Something that you would see in the original, like how Light would plan everything out ahead of time, and that's cool. But it just doesn't make sense how before that scene, Light was he was an idiot. He was dumb. He would probably, he does things just to kind of he's very impulsive. He doesn't think about the things like, oh, if I do this, maybe they might suspect it's me, or something like that. It's just Light pissed me off in this film. And then we have Mia, who, okay, in the original, I was not a fan of Misa. I think she's the worst character. When she was introduced, kind of ruined it for me. I mean, I still love the episodes that she's in, but herself, she got really annoying. Her personality was very annoying, and her contribution, how she contribute to the story, and how Light was kind of forced to spend a bunch of episodes trying to save her by doing this thing, was kind of I don't know. I'm not a fan of Misa. She's annoying, but in here she's different. She's completely different, and I'll give them that. They're not just trying to copy the original. They're at least trying to incorporate their own thing. Except I don't like Mia in this movie either. Okay, the biggest problem with this film that I had was that it's a duo film. It's these two people coming together, falling in love, and then killing people. That's not what the original anime was. It was about Light, his story about how, good and evil. Yeah, he's given this big power, but he's going to use it for good, except some people may think of it as bad. And is it bad? It's a gray area. But in here, it's I really liked how the original anime was just a light-centric thing. It was just one character and his life. Sure, there was this person that came along with him, but he only used him, or he only used her. And here, it was a duo thing, and it kind of felt like it was Mia's, like, Mia convinced him to just go along with killing people, pretty much becoming Kira. Sure, he killed other people before, but this was like the main thing. Like, hey, let's team up and let's start a new world. Something that in the original anime, that's what Light did. That's what Light wanted to do. But here it's Mia, and it doesn't work. I liked him. It was just kind of like a slice of life. It's not really slice of life since there was a plot, but it's still just one character and his development of being this perfect goody two-shoes person, and then to this godlike villain. It's great, but here, and the relationship between Mia and Light was bad. It was real. I think it was intentionally bad because they kept on fighting, but it was annoying. And then them like back and forth, like, yeah, I hate you, but I also love you. I hate you. I love you. All these things. It got really annoying. And there's not really the climax, but there's a scene at the end where they're at this what was it? This school dance, and it felt so cliched. Like, why did you need to do that? It just feels like your typical teen drama movie, but with this great story that they don't have that much. Okay, the story in this film. Okay, I know I'm going everywhere, but the story. What story? There is no story. All it is just Light. He finds his book, meets a girl, they fall in love, they team up, they kill people. This other person comes, tries to stop him, doesn't, and then they have this falling out where it's just like, oh, I want the book, but I want the book. Don't take the book. I'm gonna take the book. Dead. And then that's the end of the. There's really no plot. And sure, I love slice of life films. I'm fine with films not having a plot. But if you're not going to have a plot, at least have likable characters. And none of these characters are likable. Next, let's talk about one of the biggest disappointments of this film, which there's a lot of them. But L. Let's talk about my favorite character from the anime, L. He's... At first, I liked him. Okay, the performance that was it Lakeith Stanfield, I think that's the actor's name. He does a great job. The voice that he has, where he's kind of like talking like this in a sense, it's great. It sounds just like the original anime. When I first saw him, and then the way he talked and the way he did his mannerism, I'm like, you nailed it down. That's great. But his character fucking sucks. Okay, the biggest thing that people would mention is the gun thing. That got me. I was like, this is not L. L would not deliberately try to kill Light. Sure, he doesn't actually kill him, but he takes a gun, which he said he doesn't like to have guns. So he takes the gun, and he just points it at him, and he's like he's gonna shoot him. Which, that's not L. L would not do that. L would be calm. Sure, his best friend and his, like, quote-unquote dad, his caretaker dies, and he thinks that Light did it, but he wouldn't react like this. He's a very stoic character. Sure, there are scenes where he would have gotten, like, he yelled, and sure, it's fine, but he would not do this. He would not take a gun and try to shoot him. That's not L. I know this is a different, this is not like the original, but I don't know why he would do that for someone that in the beginning of the movie, he's like this, this stoic guy who's very calm, but then at the end of the movie, he's very, boombastic. He's like, he yells, he does these things, I don't know. What else is there? I'm actually gonna check my notes. Okay, something good about this film. I'm going to talk about the transitions, at least for the first, half of this movie. I don't remember the other half, but the transitions were really cool. How, there's a scene, and then there's just whoosh, and then switch it to this other scene. That's cool. It kind of reminded me of this, of, Edgar Wright's film in a sense, where it's like fast-paced cutting, or like it's cool. And I noticed it for the first half of this movie, and I don't think they do it for the rest, but it's still cool. Okay, let's talk about Ryuk here. I'm pretty sure he's CGI, but he is really ugly looking. Like, I guess that's the point, because he's Shinigami. He's supposed to look out of this world, but in the original, he didn't look this bad. No, even like I didn't watch the other Japanese movies, but even in those, I saw clips, little pictures of Ryuk there. He looked fine. He looked like, you took the original manga, the original anime, and you just turned him into CGI. Here they added, like, they try to be so detailed, and it looked so ugly. Thankfully that, I think you only see his real face, like, for a split second, for, like, a couple of scenes. The rest, you just see him either in the shadows, so you can only see his eyes, or, and his silhouette and stuff, or, he's turned around, so you can only see the back of his head, and you can kinda see a little bit of his face, and it just looks so ugly. And then the character himself, William Dafoe does do a great job. His voice is great, and it does fit with Ryuk. But Ryuk does fucking nothing. You can take him out of this film, wouldn't change anything. Sure, people might say Ryuk doesn't do anything in the original, but he's kind of like the not sidekick, but like the comedy relief. I thought he was really funny, and I love Ryuk in the original. But in here, he's pointless. He's only there for exposition for the book, even though, all the rules are listed there, which is cool, how they list all the rules in the first couple of pages. Since in the original, I only think they didn't really show it, but there's like a lot of rules, but it was only in like the first, like the cover. So it was cool that they showed that. But, he was only there just for exposition, and what else? He's just pointless. Oh, he was also there just to do his Ryuk laugh, which it was cool. His laugh, I like his laugh, but he did not need to be in this film, like, at all. And then what else? We have the dad, another character. He's okay. He's very cliched, sure, but he's not, like, offensive. Like, if this movie was good, he would be the weakest part about this film, and I probably would have gotten kind of mad how he's very bland. But because all the characters suck, he's probably the best character, even if he's cliched and bland. Ugh. Okay, what else? Okay, why did they change the touching the notebook rule? Like how, if you touch the notebook, you can see it's Shinigami. I don't know why. Okay, there's a lot of things that they changed about this film, like how, first we don't see, or we don't get to hear about the demon, the Shinigami eyes, which, I don't know why they didn't mention that, because that would have been cool to see, him kind of, like, should I do it? Like, because he's always struggling, should I keep the book? Should I really do this? Or should I just get rid of it and live my normal life, or probably die because of Ryuk? Here's another thing that I didn't... Okay, I know I'm jumping through things, and yeah, sure, they changed a lot of things, but whatever. What was I gonna say? Light, like, in the original anime, he, at the very beginning, he knows he's gonna do this. He wants to do this. He's on board with this. In the original, in this movie, he seems like he doesn't really want to do it. He seems like he's only there, he only wants to do it because of his girlfriend, and he just wants the puss, or whatever, whatever you people call that. He just wants to get laid, wants the girl, wants to impress her, and he's like, okay, I'll kill them just to be good, just to serve justice. But after that, when his girlfriend and him kind of have a falling out, he's like kind of hesitant and be like, should I do this? This is not for me. Should we just stop? This book is evil. It's like, I really don't like the approach how they're like, oh, we need to get rid of this book, and this book is evil and possesses things. Like, how cliched. It's like the Jumanji approach, where you find this thing and you don't want it, and it's like, it's cursed. You're like, oh, in the original anime, he's like, this is mine, I want this. This is like a big thing. This, yeah, sure, it's cursed, but this is mine and I value it. And here, it just seems like it's a burden and he just wants to get rid of it. And fucking L is such a pussy in this film. He is, oh, he's so awful. I'm sorry for anyone who made it this far and is just hearing me ramble. But yeah, maybe I might do like kind of like a written review. Probably not. I'm already talking about it here. But yeah, what else do we have here? Okay, I don't like how it isn't just... Okay, I already mentioned that, how Light doesn't kill... It's not just him killing the people, it's with, you know, Mia. Even though it should have just been a Light-centric film about this one character who possesses this power and then has to deal with it, and, you know, his development. And none of these characters get any development anyways, you know. What's really the point? You know, what's with... You know, L is... Well, yeah, sure, he gets some development, but he's such a pussy. Fuck him. Yeah, school dance. Light is too impulsive. Light is dumb. Like I said, there are scenes where he doesn't think. He does things without thinking, and that's not L. He plans things out, and even if he's kind of like, you know, he doesn't know what to do, he's still thinking. And I wish we could have had that in this film. Have like, what's it called, a soliloquy, where, you know, you have a character kind of monologuing to himself, except in his brain, what they did in the original anime. Sure, would have been weird, but, you know, you could have made Light likable and make him, you know, this... We could have learned more about him, and he could have not been this pussy who doesn't know whether or not he wants to be in this. He wants to be in this situation. I guess one thing, just change that, and then have the soliloquy, and then there you go. Maybe Light can be likable. And then the ending, like I said, sure, he plans things out, but he's still dumb. It makes him even dumber how he's a smart person that does this, but why would you do that? That makes you even more... It makes you... fuck. And then, fuck L. That's... I put there, fuck L. Really, just fuck him. I think that's all I have to... I think, really, my overall thoughts, it's a bad movie. It's not good. For someone who loves the original, it's just a disgrace. Maybe not as bad as Ghost in the Shell, the 2017 reboot. I haven't seen it. Don't want to see it. And I was really hoping this movie would be good, but it's not. Like I said, if you've never seen the original Death Note, you could get into this maybe, but still, there's nothing good about it. L is such an unlikable character. I mean, Light's such an unlikable character. L, he has morals, but at the end of the movie he changes it. Sure, be like, oh look, you think L is supposed to be like the good guy, and then Light's this bad guy. Well, look, even the good guys can do that. Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, then, you know, make L this... Oh, fuck. I don't know anymore. It's I didn't like it. This movie sucked. I think that's all I have to say. 24 minutes. Wow. This is unedited. I'm not gonna edit anything. So yeah. That's the end of this review. Or not review. This is not a review. This is an overall thoughts of the movie. It's bad. Don't like it. I don't know. I might watch it again just to like think things. Actually, I don't even think I want to, because even when I was watching this movie, I got bored and got mad during this because of how dumb Light was and how L was. Oh, here's something I forgot. Matsubi. He actually plays a key role in this. In the original anime, I totally forgot he existed. Like when they at the very end when L dies, they show this old man, and I was like, who is he? And I'm like, oh right, that's, you know, the guy who's with L. So in here, you know, sure, you know, they have him play a role in this, but he's okay, I guess. He's not really in this movie as much. He's only there for, plot device, exposition, just to move things along. But yeah. But then again, there is no plot. This is a plotless film with annoying, awful, moralist characters that'll change what they're doing, and a pussy of a main character, a really cool Shimigami that looks ugly, but is cool, that does absolutely nothing. They had a lot of references to Ryuk loving apples, but they never said that Shimigami's love it. I don't even think they said the word Shimigami. Sure, it's a Japanese name, but who cares? Ryuk's Japanese, so you can just say he's a Japanese death god or something. Because they use Kira, which is Japanese, so I don't know. This was not good. I don't recommend this at all. Even if you've never seen the original Death Note, just if you stumble upon this, I just say click away and just go watch the original Death Note. Just watch all 37 episodes. At the very least, at least watch the first 25 episodes. The best parts. Just watch till L dies or something. I recommend that more than this really bad movie. So yeah, now this makes me question that they're making a Cowboy Bebop, spin-off, and it's probably gonna be bad too. What's with the track record with all anime adaptations being bad? Sucks. I don't know. So yeah, here's my thing. Review over. If anyone's who stick by, I bet no one watched the whole thing because this is way too 26 minutes. Here's a little update because this is just a ramble video. This is not really a part of my scheduling of when I upload videos. This is just a random video I decided to make when I just finished watching the Death Note movie. The videos that I'm making. I'm in the middle of doing all grown up review. I wrote the script, so I should. I'm probably gonna record that soon. Not today. Too tired. What else? I have a top 10 coming soon of top 10 worst theatrical animated sequels. I have the list already. I'm trying to watch every single movie and take notes, and then see if I want to switch some places. And I just gotta watch the last two films, number 1 and number 2, and then I'll write the script and all that stuff. And then I also have a Motor City review. I actually recorded and edited it, edit the audio. So all I have to do is, do the clips, the visuals, and then there you go. And I also have a DVD, Blu-ray review that I'm probably gonna record someday. I'm trying to work on a lot of videos, have them all done, and then release them. Day like 1 week after, and then start working on videos. So, cause instead of working on a video the day before I upload it, at least here I'll, have it. So I'll work on a video, and then I could release it a month later. But then I'll be fine. So I can take a break if I wanted to. So yeah, there you go. Let's see, nothing. I think that's it. This movie sucked, and now that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave now. I'm the Disco Spider. And peace out.